Hello everyone, it's me Clayson. I just finished watching Lost Ollie, the latest Netflix miniseries directed by Peter Ramsey and created based on a book called Ollie's Odyssey. Now, Lost Ollie definitely does feel like it's a live action Toy Story when it comes to its basic setup and when it comes to a lot of its characters. But when you see through how this series goes throughout its 4 episodes, you'll definitely see that it happens to have its own take on this particular story about a boy and his toy, or essentially how people and their toys can connect in that sort of way, in a way that actually manages to feel very heartfelt and sentimental without feeling cheesy. And let's get to the story to see why. The story centers around Ollie, a toy rabbit, voiced by Jonathan Groff, who tries to find his original owner, Billy, after he ends up inside a dry goods store. Inside the store, he finds a clown toy by the name of Zozo, played by Tim Blake Nelson, who also is looking for someone, a girl by the name of Nina. So when both of them happen to get out of the store and they're trying to find their way to, and Zozo apparently tries to help him find his owner, they also come across this candy-colored teddy bear who happens to help them with these little tiny swords by the name of Rosie, played by Mary J. Blige. And we also cut scenes of Billy with his parents, played by Jake Johnson and Gina Rodriguez, as we see the story of how Billy grew up, how he lost Ollie, and how Ollie's going to go through every single challenge possible to find Billy. And yeah, it's kind of a basic setup for a mini-series, but I love the childish wonder that a lot of the series issues brings up. Similar to the Toy Story movies, it happens to do a lot of interesting things with scale when it comes to the scale of our toy protagonists and when it comes to the humans that they interact with. And since it's done on live action, that means the process would be even harder to pull off than it would be in Toy Story. Thankfully, the visual effects from Industrial Light and Magic do a great job showing every challenge that Zozo, Rosie, and Ollie have to go through. On top of that, there's a lot of interesting twists and turns halfway through the series that not only make certain characters more sympathetic, but it also happens to show a darker side to these characters in a way that makes sense, similar to the Toy Story film's antagonists. Such as, like the antagonists in Toy Story 2 and 3 have these different motivations than you'd expect the first time around. A similar thing is done with a few of the characters here, and I think it works just as well. Especially considering that the series ending happens to really encapsulate all the themes of the series and happens to finish them off in a very wholesome and heartwarming way that really does feel earned. I definitely think it's a very good watch for families because of that. I mean, it does have a little bit of foul language here and there, but it's nothing that isn't out of something that's PG or PG-13 rated. And on top of that, the childish wonder of the series, as well as many of the wholesome moments, definitely could be enjoyed by the entire family. So, generally, Lost Ollie is a very well-crafted series, and I don't really have any negatives to say about it. The dark moments are dark without going overboard. The wholesome moments definitely manage to tug at the heartstrings. And the voice acting and acting from all the characters is done about as well as you could expect from this kind of story. So I think this is actually one of my favorite series of the year because of that. That's why Lost Ollie is getting a very rare 10 out of 10 from me. See you next time.